Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're listening to the audiobook of Above the Clouds, Below the Stars. Today, we will be starting with our chapter 1, The Premium Training. What do you not like about your job? A passenger once asked me. I have loved every part of what I do, but if I had to choose, I'd say the most difficult part of my job is getting ready, physically. I'm not a big fan of girly makeup or all that comes with it, though I must admit, I do love the final outcome. No matter how much I debate it, I have no choice. I have to look exceptional for every flight, and honestly, it does boost my confidence. A few months back, while I was getting ready for a flight midnight, I got a call from our rostering team, the people who manage our schedules. They are not exactly the most loved department among the crew, thanks to their signature line, due to operational reasons. Those words give them the power to play with everyone's rosters. I picked up the phone, expecting a surprise, and there it was. They informed me that I'd be flying to JFK instead of MLE, which is Malé, due to operational reasons, but the timings would remain unchanged. I rarely get these kind of last minute surprises, so I took it quite well. Instead of my monthly visit to the beautiful Maldives, I'll get to enjoy some snow this weekend. I quickly swapped out my clothes for something more suited for winter and got ready for the change of scene. While I applied my makeup, I tried to fetch my phone from the other corner of the table to play some songs. Unfortunately, my phone, the one thing that tethered me to the world, slipped from my hands, crashed into the tiles, and went completely blank. Not a dramatic slow fade, not even a hopeful flicker, just darkness. I tried all the usual tricks, charging it, speaking to it like it was a lost lover, even begging it with soft curses. Nothing. It had flatlined without warning. But duty called. No time to mourn a digital death. I put on my uniform, smoothed back my frustration, and headed to the airport. A layover in New York awaited. And not just any New York, Christmas in New York. I had dreamt of snowflakes dancing in the glow of fairy lights, of sipping overpriced coffee in Central Park while pretending to be in a movie. Although I had flown many times to JFK, it was my first time during the month of Christmas. Once we took off, I wished the layover could get extended for a few more hours. As we descended into JFK, the city sprawled out beneath us, twinkling like a box of jewels, and early snowless. All passengers disembarked, and we were carrying out post disembarkation duties. No snow yet, a ground staff told our cabin supervisor, as if casually announcing the sky had lost its magic. It's been delayed. Delayed? Like a package? It was already 11th of December. A wave of disappointment washed over me as we traveled to the hotel. But it didn't last long. We landed late night and the city was dressed in its holiday best. Still shimmered. Lights blinked from balconies, wreaths hung from every door, and shop windows looked like miniature theaters, playing out scenes of joy. First things first, though survival. I ordered a new phone the moment we hit the hotel. Followed by phone, I also ordered food because if heartbreak had a cure, it came with fries on the side. There is something sacred about eating hotel food in your pajamas. Knowing the world outside is iconic but your bed is heated. Then sleep came, a deep, heavy kind that only a working crew knows. Like camel, which could store water for many days, I had a weird power of sleeping long hours to perform extended time. I could work productively for 48 hours with no sleep, but also could sleep for a 12 hours straight, wake up to eat, and then sleep again for another 12 hours. It was a boon in this profession. My body was prepared for a medium halt flight to Maldives. However, it was hit by a roster change to an ultra long haul flight. So I was physically and mentally worn off and ended up sleeping for about 20 hours straight. When I woke up, like a Christmas miracle, the phone had arrived, but so had the reality. It was already time to get ready for the return flight. I didn't even get time to walk around a bit. How I wished I could stay for a few more hours. I stared at the phone box as if it had wronged me personally. So this was it? No snow, no city stroll, just a hotel room and a cardboard box. I got dressed anyway and whispered a half hearted goodbye to the skyline. The airport buzzed as always, but today it was particularly loud. The crew area felt more like a reunion. Many crew were dead heading back, and I was scheduled to operate the flight for them. The gate was a whirl of chatter and coffee cups. The supervisor began calling out positions: galley, door, lounge. I waited for my name and waited. And then she announced, I wasn't on the list. At first, I thought it was a mistake, maybe a pronunciation issue. My last name gets butchered often, but the senior crew looked again, checked her device, and gave me a puzzled look. Turns out I wasn't on this flight at all. You're rostered to go back in the next flight in about 5 hours, she said, eyes widening. There was a last minute change, it seems. My mouth opened, but no words came. I didn't know how to respond. The rostering team was stern that they had informed me. Maybe they did. Maybe the message is still stuck in the cold corpse of my old phone. But here I was now, alone, confused, stranded at JFK with no flight, no snow, and no idea what to do next. And funny thing, I had wished for a few more hours in New York. Well, the universe gave me that and a bit more, but not in the way I imagined. I watched the other crew disappear down the aero bridge, laughing, chatting, rolling their trolleys like it was all so easy. And maybe it was, if you had a functioning phone and an updated roster. The supervisor looked at me apologetically and said, Well, looks like you got what you wished for. I forced a smile. I really need to stop wishing things mid-flight. She laughed and walked off to catch her plane, leaving me behind like a plot twist no one expected. I dragged my suitcase to the side and sat on it. For a few minutes, I didn't know what to do. The terminal buzzed around me, delayed flights, screaming children, expensive coffee, but I was somewhere else entirely. Somewhere between laughing at the absurdity and wanting to just scream a little. People might think, it's just 5 extra hours, why be so dramatic? But it's not about the hours, it's about the feeling. Imagine being stranded in a place that isn't yours, surrounded by strangers with no clear plan, no teammate beside you, no one to say, hey, we've got this. In that moment, the city didn't feel magical. It felt foreign, loud, lonely. It's not the waiting that breaks you, it's the sudden sense of abandonment. It wasn't just left behind on a roster. I was mentally unprepared, emotionally caught off guard. And that kind of solitude hits harder than jet lag ever could. I checked my new phone. It still felt foreign in my hand, like a replacement friend that hadn't earned my trust yet. I sighed, stood up, looked around for a bit. Well, suddenly this unexpected plot twist didn't seem so bad. I had 5 extra hours in the most dramatic city in the world. I grabbed a coffee because this was New York and there are rules. One must walk through the airport with a coffee cup and a vague sense of purpose. I hailed a cab back to the hotel, watching the skyline flicker in the distance like a silent apology for the snow that never came. By the time I got back to the hotel, I had exactly 3 hours before pickup, and with at least 1 hour needed to transform myself back into a presentable human with makeup, hair, uniform, and the illusion of sleep, I decided quite dramatically to not move a single finger. I lay still, letting the silence wrap around me like a weight blanket. This was the moment I needed someone, not for advice, not even for comfort, just someone to listen, a friend, a voice, a heartbeat at the other end of a call. Since joining this world, I have met countless people who built special bonds with me. But over time, I realized that in this field, having a consistent friend is almost impossible. Our rosters never align. One flies east while another flies west, and before we know it, months have passed without a word. We follow each other on social media, like a few pictures, and if by some miracle our paths cross again, we simply pick up where we left off, as if time stood still. It's not that we don't want to stay connected, we try at first. But when calls go unanswered and messages get lost between time zones, we eventually give up. Not out of neglect, but out of exhaustion. So only a few friendships survive this turbulence. I took a deep breath and opened the window. Outside, the city was noisy and awake, its lights blinking like little reminders that not everything is asleep when you're feeling alone. It's okay, I told myself. This is a gift in itself. There are millions of people who wish to visit New York at least once in their lifetime. And how could I wish if I hadn't gotten this 5 extra hours? I finally felt happy to be able to breathe the Christmas air in New York. I ordered food, and when it arrived, my heart flickered back to life. I played a few songs in the background while I enjoyed my dinner, and soon it was time to head to the lobby. The flight back was nothing short of a war. We were only 4 crew in economy, responsible for nearly 300 passengers. Two of the crew headed for their in-flight rest as soon as we leveled out. That left me and one other to handle the cabin. And then, in perfect dramatic timing, the other crew fell sick. Suddenly, it was me against 300 passengers, me, a tray in one hand and chaos in the other. The aircraft didn't feel like a plane anymore, it felt like a deserted island. And I was the lone survivor, handing out water bottles instead of SOS flares. But here's the thing, I thrive in storms. Moreover, I own this place. So I took a deep breath, rolled up my sleeves, not literally because of uniform regulations, and did what I had to do. I walked the aisle, fulfilled requests, answered call bells, and wore my smile like armor. I didn't flinch, I didn't pause, I didn't cry. I felt like a hero, a superhero. When the resting crew returned, I should have gone to rest. It was legal, it was protocol, it was fair, but the cabin looked like a battlefield, and my team was already on their knees. I couldn't leave them, not like that, so I stayed, even though every muscle in my body screamed. Even though my eyes burned and my legs felt like jelly, I stayed, and we made it through together. We landed weary but proud. No medals, no applause, just the quiet satisfaction of surviving what only we will ever fully understand. Sometimes the strongest souls are the ones who smile through silent battles and keep going without a map. The wheels touched down. We taxied to the gate. One by one, the passengers deboarded. Some smiling, some pausing to thank us, and it filled me with a quiet pride. That at least had gone right. Another flight, another survival. I smiled through the last goodbyes, signed off with practiced grace, and walked through the airport with the weariness of someone who had given everything midair. All I wanted was to sign off and disappear, to go home, shut the door behind me, and sleep without dreams. I logged into the system, expecting the usual digital shrug, but as I hit sign out, something unexpected flashed across the screen. Acknowledgement required, roster change. I blinked. Now, now you tell me, I muttered, too exhausted to even roll my eyes properly. But it wasn't the delayed notice I should have worried about. I clicked on it, half amused, half annoyed, and then the real surprise unfolded on the screen. Congratulations, you've been promoted as a business class cabin crew. Training will commence in 4 days. I stared at it, frozen. It wasn't fake. It wasn't a joke. It was official, stamped with a kind of certainty only a system can deliver. I should have smiled. I should have felt proud. This was supposed to be a dream, an upgrade, a step forward. And everyone around me acted like it was. Within minutes, the words had spread like in flight gossip always does. Congratulations, you so deserve this. Finally, we are so proud of you. They meant it. I knew they did. But I couldn't hear them, not fully. Because in that moment, my heart was just heavy. It was sulking, not because I wasn't ambitious, but because it came at the cost of something I had been aching for, the flight to Narita, the one I had counted down to. After my endless struggles of bidding Tokyo flights, I almost gave up last month when Lorraine, my flatmate, got roasted for it. She was flying for a third time, and I could never manage to step into the country, being her senior in the company. Such a shame, I thought. I loved Japanese anime and cartoons since my childhood. My parents had promised me to take me to the Disneyland there, and I wanted to fulfill their promise. I have flown to more than 60 countries, but none of them is Japan. When Lorraine moved in, I helped her with some personal matters. Since then, she has considered me a well wisher and a close friend. Although she doesn't know the reason, she was aware of my unfulfilled bids to Narita. So she offered to swap her flight with me. I was hesitant at first, but I thought this might be the only chance I'd get, so I took it. But now, the flight was replaced with a mountain far too steep for me to climb. I turned to the crew beside me, my voice low and fragile. How do I decline this? I asked. They laughed until they saw my face. Wait, you're serious? I nodded. You can't be. You're getting promoted. I just wanted my flight back. They looked at me like I'd spoken in a foreign language. You can fly again in a month, but this won't come back, they said. They might be right, but still, my chest ached like I had just lost something irreplaceable. I went home, dragging my suitcase and my mood up the stairs like extra luggage. No excitement, no celebration, just silence. I sat on my bed and stared at the wall. I wasn't crying, I was too numb to feel and too aware to escape. I wish I had someone by my side to share this with. For someone who never needed anyone, it was a cruel twist. This growing feeling of loneliness, deeper than jet lag, louder than cabin announcements, it was the kind of irony that makes you question everything. You've been chosen, the world said, but all I felt was left alone. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. The rest of the chapter will be continued in the next video. If you want to buy the book, I will be adding the link below in description. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye. Take care.